The month of May is traditionally a rainy one. The May rains would normally stock the island's water tables to offset the dry summer period. Owing to the vagaries of climate change, this year there was hardly any rain in May, which means we are now staring down the barrel of a protracted drought. How can farmers navigate through these times? In the second part of an interview, Marlon Samuels tells us how.
The forecast for the next couple of months is below normal rainfall, with above normal temperatures. Dr. Ajamu Nangwaya, lecturer at the University of the West Indies, Mona, says there are measures farmers can use to eliminate or cushion the upcoming drought conditions.
If, for example, we follow a food forest idea where we mimic the way our forest is structured, where you have taller plants and lower level, and there are different things that can grow, it will help us to better survive. So that's for that reason why I see so many banana trees here. It provides some amount of shade, and then I can grow pineapple, I can grow pepper, and other things under it. So there are things we can do, even to minimize soil moisture loss from the soil. We can also use mulch to cover the soil, but in a drought that won't be effective because we just won't have enough water. But during normal times, you should always have your soil surface covered in mulch to reduce the loss of moisture to the atmosphere.
The cultural studies lecturer says growing more trees is also a part of the solution. He argues that planting trees will help stem the effects of a drought.
It's not just the next drought, that major drought that's going to come. What we should focus on is the measures and the activities that we need to carry out to deal with having adequate amount of rainfall. In this yard alone, I've planted more than 50 trees in my operation. That's just one person. Imagine if there are almost 3 million Jamaicans. Each one of us going to plant 50 trees all over, not just in our yards, but on mountains, and mobilize the people. We should plant 10 million trees. Not in 3 years, but in 1 year or less. But we'd have to inspire the people and mobilize them and provide education about the essentiality of trees in our lives.
There's nothing you can do to prevent a drought. There are steps you can take to minimize the effect on your backyard garden. Dr. Nangwaya, who lives in Gordontown, St. Andrew, operates an organic farm at the back of his yard. For him, natural levity is key.
It's part of the African religious retention. When you look at all of the African traditional religions, one of the things you see in them is an ecological ethic of care, a love for the environment and treating the earth right. And it's also a practical thing. If you go to the forest and you destroy it, you're going to destroy the medicine that we need to protect ourselves, because many of these religions, you work with spirit. And the spirit may dictate what medicine you should, what bush you should use. If you destroy the forest, it's not there. And even some of these forests, they may be the space wherein the deities live. So you can't destroy the home of God. So natural living is good for us because it's going to protect the environment. Like with Rastafari, their ideal is that we don't poison the earth by using chemical fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer. Don't poison the earth by using inorganic pesticide, a chemical, to keep away things. Use natural way of doing it. And that's help the earth. Because if you use chemical fertilizer and we have runoff into the river, it's going to destroy plant life and animal life in it.
He believes now more than ever, Caribbean people should embrace natural levity.
In the Caribbean, we're not dying largely from natural causes. Lifestyle diseases. Over 70% of the illnesses come from lifestyle diseases. So a natural way is in harmony with the earth and in harmony with people. And that's the way to go. And Rastafari Ita Livity can provide us with a guideline. Be natural, extend even beyond that. It's about us. The plastic runs going to the sea, and we say, okay, we're going to use sea salt. Now they're finding microplastic in salt. So even in fish, all of these things are going to affect them, and we're going to eat these things and then affect us. We have to think, long term, and the solution is now, but we need the consciousness raising so people can see why italivity, a natural way of relating to the earth, is a superior way to the way that capitalism has organized life, where everything is a commodity. You destroy things because you think there's going to be a technological fix, so we will solve it with improving technology. Just don't destroy environment. Don't put chemical in our food. No, just do it the right way. But we also have to educate the customers, because a person expects a sweet pepper to look like this, or a cabbage look like this, but it tastes less. The smaller one, it has taste in it.
For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels.